provide. But it is one of the most common and freely available. Another common means of divination was the simple sneeze. In the Odyssey, Penelope outlines what vengeance her missing husband Odysseus, if only he were home, and unbeknownst to her he is, would wreak on the suitors, that is, the young men who are eating her out of house and home. To quote Homer, just as she finished, Telemachus sneezed, a loud sneeze that rang through the halls. Penelope laughed and said to Eumaeus, her trusted swineherd, go ahead and call the stranger for me. Didn't you see my son sneeze at my words? That means death will surely come to the suitors, one and all. Not a single man will escape. This omen is woven into the fabric of daily domestic life. In a world where divine forces are everywhere, anything can take on predicted meaning, provided one is alert to the clues. Dreams, of course, offer nightly portals to other worlds. And we have many recorded instances of nocturnal visions from literature, from history, and from inscriptions.
What's up, everybody? So, dreams. Dreams and signs. Signs, dreams, and wonders. Interesting. Throughout history, there have always been people who were said to have the talent for seeing into the future through their dreams. Now, this sneezing thing, a sneeze, I don't know nothing about that. I can't speak on that, so I guess we're gonna have to learn about this one together.
Dreams permitted not only gods to visit, but also the dead, who could provide warnings and advice. The gods also often sent false dreams, and there was a mythology around how and why they did this. Odysseus' wife Penelope, for example, has dreamt of an eagle that killed her 20 geese. Odysseus, who has entered his house disguised as a beggar, tells his wife Penelope that Odysseus himself has shown you how he will finish this business. The suitor's doom is clear. Not one will escape death's black birds. Penelope, however, is hesitant and explains the difficulties in trying to interpret dreams. Stranger, you should know that dreams are hard to interpret and don't always come true. There are two gates for dreams to drift through, one made of horn and the other of ivory. Dreams that pass through the gate of ivory are deceptive dreams and will not come true. But when someone has a dream that has passed through the gate of polished horn, that dream will come true. My strange dream, though, did not come from there. If it had, it would have been welcome to me and my child. This mythology, which we find at the beginning of Greek literature, would later be adopted by the Romans, whose Homeric counterpart Virgil provides more precise details. At the end of the 6th book of the Aeneid, we learn that dreams sent before midnight pass through a deceptive gate of ivory, but dreams sent after midnight pass through the truer gate of horn.
Now, when it comes to dreams, I know a little bit about the subject. The elders would have dreams, and they learned about the power of dreams from their elders. One such type of dream was the pregnancy dream. An elder would have a dream about fish. It's probably well known within the Negro community, but if not, I could understand that. A lot of people look, oh man, it must have been something I ate last night. It could be, but they ain't get. That's just a key to unlock the dream. But the dream itself, like in my family, when the women folk would have dreams about fish, it 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 was related to somebody being pregnant. When my brother got a woman pregnant, my mother said she had a dream about fish. Didn't know which one of us had impregnated a woman, but she said it out loud in the presence of me and my brother. One of y'all got somebody pregnant. And I'm looking at her like, what? Where did this come from? And she said, I had a dream about fish last night. One of y'all got somebody pregnant. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't believe it. Come to find out, yeah, he got somebody pregnant. He got a whole kid. Now, since then, yeah, he's done well for himself. He has 2 more kids. So, 3 that I know of, but I don't want to put his personal business out there. But I'm just saying, in relations to the topic of having dreams and interpreting dreams, it's everybody has dreams, but no one person can just right off the bat interpret the dream unless they've had practice. Even in the Bible, what was the guy? I think it was Joseph that interpreted dreams for the pharaohs. So there's a long history of people who could interpret dreams. That's all I'm saying. If you have a weird dream, go to one of your elders, specifically female, older aunt, grandma, great-grandma, and tell them that you had a weird dream, and just, out of curiosity, does that mean anything? And see what they say. You might learn something.
This apparently helpful distinction, however, proves problematic, as dreams pass from the underworld, where day and night are opposite to their earthly counterparts. A dream sent after midnight in the underworld thus arrives before midnight in our world, and vice versa. According to which time zone should we make our calculations? Be that mythology as it may, we have numerous instances of dreams playing significant roles in historical events, at least as they are recorded by ancient historians. Herodotus, for example, who wrote the history of the wars between the Greeks and the Persians, records numerous dreams. In one example, the Greek tyrant Polycrates intends to visit a certain Oretes, governor of Sardis, despite, Herodotus tells us, the strong dissuasion of his diviners and friends, and a vision seen by his daughter in a dream. She dreamt that she saw her father aloft in the air, washed by Zeus and anointed by the sun. After this vision, she used all means to persuade him not to go on this journey. Polycrates nevertheless goes to Oretes and is executed by him, presumably crucified. Crucifixion takes place outdoors. Polycrates was thus exposed to the elements, and Polycrates was indeed washed by Zeus when it rained. And the sun then anointed him when his body released its moisture. Many centuries later, Romans were still interested in divinatory dreams, although dreams played no role in the state religion. Julius Caesar, for example, allegedly dreamt that he had intercourse with his mother.
Ooh.
This was a happy dream, according to the experts, because it meant that he would possess the whole earth, which is the mother of us all. Dreams.
That is creepy. What? Now, I vaguely remember hearing something about Sigmund Freud, it was, I believe, Sigmund Freud wrote a book, and in this book, he talks about various mental conditions and what they mean. At some point in the book, I believe he recounts that he had a dream about being with his mother. I don't. That's not something I would write down. First of all, how could you? Why would you have a dream about being with your mother? That's just. Oh, I don't know. It's just. That's not nice, to say the least. I mean, guys have dreams about different women throughout their life, but your mother is not supposed to be one of them. Sick. Ugh. Anyways, let's discuss this in the comments. Not the mother part, but the overall theme of having dreams and interpreting dreams and what these dreams might reveal. Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Till then, talk to you later.